¿Cómo están? Mira qué abrazo triple, cuádruple.
In this special part 3 of Roots of Hope, we take a bold step forward, literally. In August 2024, with your support and the incredible backing of Rincón de Piedras Unidos Foundation, we finally raised the funds to begin building the long dream road to the Morán Espinal family's future home. Today, we surprise them with a visit. No warning, just pure joy as they see the first backhoe arrive at sunrise. It's more than gravel and earth. It is hope being poured into every meter of that road. We'll witness the reactions, feel the power of community, and share precious moments as dreams begin to take shape. And that's not all. We'll plant the seeds of a green future. From measuring a trickling stream to starting our permaculture pilot project. We're laying foundation not just for a house, but for sustainable water and life. Stay tuned, because in Roots of Hope Part 3, a future is rising. In August 2024, thanks to the generous support of our sponsors and the extraordinary collaboration of the Rincón de Piedras Unidos Foundation, we were finally able to gather the funds needed to begin construction of the road. This achievement represents a vital step for the community of Jamamucito, and especially bring us closer than ever to the long-awaited construction of the new home for the Morán Espinal family. To celebrate this significant milestone, we decided to surprise the family with an unannounced visit. We traveled directly from Constanza in Jarabacoa, where we were working on other content, arriving in Jamamucito without any prior warning. The warm welcome we received was simply moving and unforgettable. Seeing the authentic joy on their faces, especially in the girls, who grow every day more full of wonder, fill us with hope, gratitude, and happiness.
¿Quién llegó? ¿Quién llegó? ¿Cómo están? Mira qué abrazo triple, cuádruple.
This trip promised to be full of unforgettable surprises. We have prepared a very special outing for the family, keeping the destination secret until the very last moment. The excitement we felt in planning every detail of this adventure only deepened our commitment to continue supporting them, creating together unique experiences that will mark their lives and lead them towards a future full of opportunity. The night is adorned by the soft mist of the countryside, painting the landscape in gentle blue and white tones. Tomorrow, at sunrise, we eagerly await the arrival of the small backhoe, La Palita, that will begin construction of the road. This long-awaited moment symbolizes the beginning of a new and brighter future for the Morán Espinal family. From above, we watch as the small excavator steadily advances towards the humble little house of the Morán Espinal family, Every meter it travels reflects effort, determination, and hope. This road that now begins to take shape before our eyes is a symbol of progress, the power of solidarity, and the potential for a better tomorrow. Being witness to this moment fills us with joy, pride, and deep gratitude towards all the people who have believed in this shared dream.
Ya empezamos. Ya la carretera se está formando.
Ah, está bueno. Y aquí están los plátanos, mire.
Oh, wow.
Vea, vea.
Ahí va el plátano en Jamamucito.
Se decidió limpiar esa cuchara.
Y ahorita se hizo lo cuando Dios.
Solo le llevamos como un año esperándolo.
Sí.
Ay, a Lynn no se le va a olvidar que la... Señores, ya se ve la palita de aquí, de la casita. ¿Están contentas con la carretera?
Sí, sí.
¿Ya está llegando la carretera donde ustedes?
Sí.
¿Y mañana? ¿Para dónde van ustedes?
Cuando usted
¿Y para dónde que yo la voy a llevar?
a comer pizza.
¿A comer pizza que yo la llevo? Eso es, esa es la sorpresa. Ay, las niñas piensan que a comer pizza que van. ¿Les gusta la pizza? ¡Ajo! Vamos a ver si aparece una pizza. ¿A quién es que le gusta más la pizza?
A mí.
¡A las dos!
Through a time lapse, we observe how the excavator moves forward, clearing the way towards the family's home. But in the countryside, nature always has the final word. The rain arrives suddenly, forcing us to halt the work. Yet, far from feeling frustrated, we take the opportunity to enjoy the tender sound of water gently hitting the zinc roof. It is a forced pause, but also a moment to reflect and give thanks. We remain hopeful that once the rain stops, we'll be able to continue forging the path towards the dream, to see this road reach the house and the plot of land where very soon a new home will rise. Finally, the rain ceased, and from above, our drone Lolo gives us this beautiful view. The excavator moving forward once again, determined and full of purpose. Little by little, it approaches the yard, conquering the final meters until it reaches the plot where the Morán Espinal family's new home will soon be built. Although there are still details left to complete on the road, the most important thing is that we made it this far, and tomorrow, with renewed energy, we will continue moving forward together towards the realization of this beautiful dream. At dawn, we resume the work in Jamamucito with enthusiasm. Time is valuable, so while the construction continues, we take advantage of the opportunity to begin another fundamental project of our Juan de Dios en la Tierra channel, Permaculture RD, Rescate de Ríos y Arroyo. Near the Morán Espinal family's future home, there is a small stream with very little flow. We decide to show Luis and the girls how to measure the stream's flow using the float method, taking the first step towards sustainable techniques like infiltration ditches and percolation wells. Our intention is to gradually increase the water volume, carrying out a pilot test here with a vision to expand the project throughout the Dominican Republic. Our greater goal is to awaken environmental awareness before we face serious water scarcity issues, a direct consequence of increasing deforestation. Andrew Millison has shown interest in documenting a successful pilot project in order to bring more visibility to the larger initiative and help us achieve progress on a national scale. At last, we joyfully contemplate the completed plot of land, spacious and ready for the next step, building the new home for the Morán Espinal family. The time has come to set off on the surprise we prepare with so much care for the Morán Espinal family. The girls think we're just going out for pizza, but they'll soon discover we have something much more special planned. First, we take them to visit 3 emblematic churches that have positively transformed their communities: Rincón de Piedras, Carrizal, and Altos de las Piñas. Our first stop is very meaningful, my hometown, Rincón de Piedras. Here we visit Nuestra Señora del Rosario Church, a structure built thanks to the combined effort of local community members and the diaspora living in New York. Though some details are still pending, this church already represents a powerful example of what can be achieved when we work together, setting aside personal differences and focusing on common goal, the well-being of our people. We continue our journey towards the beautiful community of Carrizal, where we visit the Nuestra Señora la Milagrosa Church. Just like in Rincón de Piedras, this church is also the result of collective effort and the exemplary unity between locals and their diaspora. Observing this accomplishment once again fills us with inspiration and pride, reminding us that the true strength lies in solidarity, joint work, and the ability to unite around the project that transcends physical and emotional borders, strengthening our community in the process. Our journey now takes us to a place where nature and faith converge in perfect harmony, the Capilla La Milagrosa, located in the community of Damajagua, Los Montones Arriba, in San Jose de las Matas. This architectural gem, inaugurated on December 14, 2003, is a testament to the ingenuity and devotion of the community. Built with the hearts of pine logs, it reflects the very essence of the sierra that surrounds it. Now it is time to head to the first big surprise prepared especially for the Morán Espinal family. Our destination, a beautiful villa called Villa La Leonida, located in Los Montones Arriba. Though the villa is spacious with room for up to 12 people, today there will be plenty of space but never a shortage of laughter and joy. We are certain that the girls will fully enjoy the pool and this relaxing environment, far from their daily routine in Jamamucito. But beyond rest and fun, our intention is that this experience serves as inspiration for the whole family, especially for the girls. We want to show them that a better life full of opportunities and well-being is entirely possible through effort, dedication in their studies, strong family values, unity, and deep faith in God. We are deeply grateful to Nisho Vargas of Mi Tierra RD Cargo Express for generously sponsoring this stay. Thanks to people like him, we can continue planting hope and dreams that will blossom into a bright future for these girls and their family. After resting and enjoying the pool at Villa La Leonida to the fullest, the time came to reveal the next surprise, a special dinner at one of my favorite places in San Jose de las Matas, the restaurant El Serrano. We wanted this evening to be another moment full of harmony, inspiration, and of course, unforgettable flavors. As always, the food was exquisite, to the point that we almost had to stop Luis just to make sure he'd be able to walk out of the restaurant afterward. The joy and laughter shared during this dinner will undoubtedly be memories we'll treasure forever, further strengthening our bond with this beautiful family. After a night full of laughter and fun round of billiards back at the villa, the time came for our last big surprise. a few unforgettable hours at Campo Verde Resort in San Jose de las Matas. This beautiful resort is known for its large pools, cozy rooms with access to private pools, and above all for the natural beauty of the Inoa River, whose fresh waters flow just steps away. The girls fully enjoy every moment, and their smiles clearly show just how special they feel. For us, this is the greatest reward, being part of the joy and excitement experienced by this wonderful family. We are deeply grateful to know that God and our sponsors made this unique experience possible, granting us the invaluable opportunity to be agents of joy and hope for the Morán Espinal family, especially these girls who deserve a future full of opportunities. But let's not forget something important, the pizzas the girls have been looking forward to on this day. Fortunately, just in time for a trip, we discovered L'Amore di Lulo, a pizzeria located on Calle Mella, number 19 in San Jose de las Matas. This cozy place offers authentic Neapolitan-style pizza, 100% Italian, baked to perfection. The pizzas were delicious, comparable to those you find in New York or Italy, a major improvement over other pizzerias we visited in various parts of the Dominican Republic. This experience sparked an idea. What if the owners of L'Amore di Lulo could collaborate with the Morán Espinal family to build a Napolitan pizza oven on their spacious plot in Jamamucito? It would be a wonderful way to make use of the space and maybe even open up a new opportunities for the family in the future. It is time to say goodbye to the Morán Espinal family on this unforgettable trip in August 2024. We watched them walk together towards their home along their new road, and although we would have loved to accompany them farther, we decided not to drive the vehicle closer due to recent rain, which had left the terrain too slippery and dangerous. From a distance, we watched them move forward together, united and joyful, carrying with them the memories and emotion of these special days. It is not goodbye, but a see you soon. We will return very soon to continue the most important mission of all, making their new home a reality. This road they walk today is just the beginning of a beautiful path towards a future full of opportunity for this wonderful family. In December 2024, even though I personally wasn't able to be in Jamamucito, our wonderful team made up of Emily Zapata and Eri Lovera, accompanied by Obal Ureña and Randy Arat, two great friends and defenders of the environment, brought joy and hope to the Morán Espinal family during a truly unforgettable Christmas. From the surprise arrival to countryside outings and even enduring the region's characteristic rain, together they managed to capture with love every magical moment lived with the family. This special episode reminded us how collaboration and solidarity can create unique and lasting memories, inspiring us to continue our mission and deepening our commitment to bringing hope and progress to families like the Morán Espinals.
Muchas gracias por adoptarme. Eso. Puede hacer muchas gracias.
Esperemos que les guste. Nosotros. Hasta ti. ¿No? Ay, Jesús. Con razón.
In December and January, months marked by deep emotion, I lived through difficult moments with the passing of two loved ones, my sister Angelita, who lost her battle with cancer, and my dear friend Ramonita, whose sudden departure took me back to my beloved Rincón de Piedras to be with her family in their time of grief. During my stay, I decided to move up the plans to start construction of the new home for the Morán Espinal family. Originally scheduled for April, I managed to coordinate with Zacaria and his friends Mauricio to begin work as soon as possible. So without notifying the family, I set off along the picturesque country roads, those paths that always make me feel truly at home. Along the way, life gifted me with unexpected but meaningful encounters. First, a family walking along the road. I offered them a ride, and to my surprise, they were also collado. We talked about their life, and especially about a daughter with 4 small children, awakening in me the desire to someday return and offer at least a grain of help. A little farther on, in the steep slopes of Las Lagunas, I met a pregnant Haitian woman walking with difficulty under the sun. Though we barely understood each other because of the language barrier, I clearly understood her gratitude when I offered to drive her to her destination. When I finally arrived at the Morán Espinal home, I saw on their faces the beautiful surprise of my early visit. Unfortunately, the camera failed at the most crucial moment, and we lost those initial images, but not the unforgettable memory of that spontaneous, heartfelt hug. We spent a magical night full of laughter under a starry sky, sharing a traditional countryside dinner, just the way I love. We fell asleep with hope in our hearts, eager for the dawn that would bring the start of their long-awaited home. This project, delayed by many circumstances, now felt like God Himself had reserved it for this very moment. At sunrise, our faithful drone Lolo captured the mist-covered mountains, announcing a day full of promise. The new road, completed months earlier, was now ready to receive the materials that would turn this dream into reality. With Zacarias and Mauricio, we began outlining the foundation using the carefully designed plans by our friend Andres Balsa, a Venezuelan architect. Together with Jocelyn, we decided the house would face the road, symbolizing an open path towards new opportunities.
Está chocando con la pared entonces.
No, pues aquella se pone un poquito más para abajo, no hay problema.
Each step, from marking with strange chalk outlines to the first trench, was etched into our hearts.
Ya se cuadró la casa y se está trabajando en el zanjeo para quizá mañana, si no trae material, echar la fundación o zapata, como dicen aquí. Mauricio, ¿cuál es la queja suya de Lynn y de Luis y de Ney?
Adiós, voy aquí. Nadie está como por pedirse. No es lo que quiere, es un varón para allí.
Como cuando Lin está en la casita, él se entra por la casita y no quiere salir.
No quiere salir, pero que vaya para allá.
Hayla sat beside me, watching the tangible beginning of her dream, moments I know will one day remember with great emotion. I must admit, watching these images in my editing software still brings tears to my eyes. I'm aware of how fleeting life is. It moves fast, like the morning fog over Jamamucito.
Mira, ahí va la habitación tuya, ahí en este aquí. Ahí va la de Yomar y Yailin. Allá va la galería. Allá va la cocina y sala, junto en ese grande cuadro.
La de Ney va a ser aquella viejita.
Señores, por hoy vamos a terminar aquí con la zapata terminada, la fundación de la casita. No llegó el material, cemento, varilla y gravilla, arena. Eso quizá el miércoles que vamos a continuar si mañana traen el material. Por ahora cerramos. Amigos, ya estamos aquí en el segundo día de trabajo de la casita de la familia Morán Espinal. Como pueden ver, ya empezaron a echar cemento, concreto aquí, gravilla, para la fundación, la zapata de la casa. Ya vamos avanzando. Entonces vamos a ver si nos traen más arena, porque solo nos queda un poquito de arena ya. Pero está por llover. Pero eso ya adelantamos, ya hicimos suficiente para lo que yo quería lograr en este viaje. Todo lo demás es la ñapita. Miren cómo está aquí hoy, Jamamucito, nublado. Allá es que nace el río Jamamú y después desemboca en Backhoe.
The materials arrive. The concrete flow into the foundations, and soon the blocks will begin to rise, forming the skeleton of the new home.
Esto lo como así para acá, vaya. Vamos.
No da. Backhoe ahí. Ya sí. No, si la llenan.
Sí.
Van a trabajar duro, sí.
¿De cuál le gusta más, de eso o eso?
Eso. Que ellos como que me saben amargo.
Como que son malos.
¿Quién quiere café con pan? ¿Se recuerdan cuando estaban en el campo? Así, café con pan. En la mañana, a las 2 y a las 5.
A toda hora, venga, ¿cuánto es?
No llueve más.
Benio. ¿Algún refresco quiere tirar?
Bueno, señores, ya hicimos lo que queríamos hacer aquí en Jamamucito. La zapata o la fundación de la casita ya va a quedar hecha. Ya están terminando, nos faltó material, pero están buscando alguna funda de cemento prestada para poder terminar la fundación. Los muchachos aquí, Zacarías, que va a estar a cargo de la construcción, él va a ir poniendo bloques cuando él tenga chance, porque no pudimos hacer un contrato, porque todos los contratos que buscábamos, las casitas salían más de $43,000 y yo creo que la podemos hacer menos de $30,000. Lo que nos mata es la transportación hasta aquí, que son muy caros y demasiado viajes. Las ferreterías no traen material aquí. Amigos, vamos desde Rincón de Piedras a Jamamucito, pero me quise parar aquí para mostrarle a ustedes este bello amanecer en Jamamú. Esto es Jamamú aquí. Y hoy me acompaña mi querido amigo Apolinar Collado. Así que Apolinar ha estado conmigo en este proyecto de casita en Jamamucito desde el principio. Y hoy va para que vea ya la construcción cómo va. Aquí vamos bajando por Jamamucito. Señores, tenemos una sugerencia, Apolinar y yo aquí, que de vez en cuando, cada 100 metros, cada 200 metros, por lo menos que tengan una entradita de parqueo para que si se encuentran dos vehículos, que si se escucha una bocina, que se pueda parar uno en ese parquecito o devolverse a uno de esos para que pase el otro vehículo, porque por aquí no es fácil.
Falta batería aquí.
Hola, niñas. ¿Tú no tienes clase hoy?
No. Hola.
Niñas, ¿quieren ir a dar un paseo?
Sí.
Vamos a llevar a Apolinar que conozca a Jamamucito, que no conoce y se está quejando.
During this return, we took time to explore the little town of Jamamucito with the girls and to enjoy the freshness of the stream, creating lasting memories that we hope will inspire future generations.
¿Es allí o es allá?
Es allí mismo.
Para que Apolinar conozca el pueblo de Jamamucito.
¿Se refrescaron?
Sí.
Pues mira aquella como está con los dientes que se le ven de lejos.
Ah, la muela, dígate.
Miren.
Adiós. Claro que sí, que hay que estar contento.
Está contenta. Más le vale,
Ay,
porque
sí.
si no yo me voy.
No, jamás. Dios, ¿y por qué?
No, Juan de Dios, usted no se puede ir.
No, ¿verdad que no?
No, tiene que esperar el sancocho, después cuando se le baje el sancocho, como que...
Y aquí hay blog pegado, señores. Esta casita va para arriba pronto.
Como que los plátanos le faltan un chin y las otras cosas se están desbaratando, la yautía.
Pero se ve bonito el sancocho.
Tenemos que meter a probarlo, a ver.
Sí, yo voy a coger una cucharita entonces. Sancochito se ve, mira, bonito. ¿De qué hay sancocho?
De gallina.
No, pero no me dé eso. Ya con eso me lleno yo. Dame una canita chiquita.
No, porque
No, que eso me llena. Te voy a decir, esto es para probar, señores, solamente para probar. Y ahorita como de verdad. Ay, me mató. Ay, me mató.
Back at the house, we enjoyed coffee and a delicious sancocho, and then I taught the girls the first moves in chess. Though today I'm the one guiding them, I'm sure they'll soon surpass me, and maybe one day, from these mountains as pure as their hearts, a chess champion will emerge.
Ahora juegan ustedes. Pero tienen que ver YouTube video para que sepan cómo ponerlo. Pónganlo todo como van entonces en la cajita. ¿Van a ver YouTube para aprender? Sí. Y después me dan una pela a mí. Me enseñan ustedes a mí. Bueno, amigos, ya nos vamos a despedir desde aquí, desde Jamamucito. Ya ustedes pueden ver que esta construcción va para arriba. Ya cuando regresemos va a tener viga de amarre y es posible que tenga hasta el techo. Muchísimas gracias a todos los patrocinadores, ustedes saben quiénes son. Señores, ahora sí nos despedimos con la familia aquí y con los constructores Zacarías y Mauricio que nos están colaborando aquí. De nuevo, muchísimas gracias a todos ustedes.
Gracias a todas las personas que están colaborando con nosotros.
Nos despedimos desde Jamamucitos, Juan de Dios en la tierra. Adiós. Gracias, Polinar. Aquí contigo.
We close this first trip of 2025 with deep gratitude, knowing this is only the beginning of a long journey. We hope to return to inaugurate this beautiful construction hopefully in July, and continue supporting this family who is now part of me. May God bless these lands, these waters, and especially the girls. Hayla, full of love. Jailin, full of energy. And Josmighty, full of innocence. We hope we've done justice to these moments that will forever live in our memories. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. May God bless this land and its wonderful people. See you in the next episode with a family filled with happiness. Open your eyes.
Let the light into your mind. How far can you see? With no guarantee